to Lunchtime Podcast. We got Frank Gargano, Shotshaver Golf. We got Tyler Crespi, Shotshaver Golf roommate extraordinaire and PGA aficionado here. We got a little Tiger Woods bobblehead as a special guest, unexpected special guest. Here to give us some good luck. As we're talking about the 2020 Masters in November right now. It is November 13th, Friday the 13th. Hope everyone's staying safe, staying out of Elm Street tonight. We're here to talk about some crazy stuff going on in the Masters, some low scores, some really interesting play we've seen the past couple days. Here to talk about what's to come. We got some live odds to talk about, and Frank, let's talk about Shotshaver real quick. What's going on with Shotshaver? Give us the rundown.
Shotshaver is doing well, man. We're, first of all, thanks for having me back on the pod. It's always a privilege.
Anytime.
Just teaming up with Seven for All Mankind for kind of being our partner when it comes to apparel, and probably our biggest venture yet is that partnership with them. So they just released a new tech clothing line. That Harry, you commented on the post the other day. I think you saw the ad that we definitely got to get you and the rest of the boys in. Craziest pant you'll ever own. I wouldn't BS you on anything, and this pant is crazy, man. So a lot of exciting stuff. We appreciate Seven for All Mankind trying to promote their golf line through the Shotshaver community. So we're hoping to spread the good word about an awesome product that they have.
Absolutely, yeah. No, the clothing line that you posted. So, what is it called again? Remind me. Seven of All Mankind.
So Seven for All Mankind. Seven for All Mankind.
Seven for All Mankind.
Big, kind of just like a big jean company. I think they're pretty well known for their jeans, and now they're getting into the more men's golf line specifically, and these tech pants, and they have some cool polos. So literally just brand new to the golf world, and Shotshaver Golf is hopefully going to be a big part of their entry into it, which is exciting.
What did I say? What did I say on the comments? You only play as good as you dress. If you're trying to play scratch golf and you're dressed in cargo shorts and some old polo, or like not even polo, whatever brand, just like looks raggedy, not tucked in, you don't got the belt, you're playing in old running shoes, like you're gonna shoot above a 90. Like that's you're asking to shoot above a 90. So you got to dress the best to play the best.
Hey man, Matt, couldn't agree more. And Seven for All Mankind is the answer to that, bro, for sure. The tech pen. So definitely that's the big thing with Shotshaver Golf, and the page keeps growing, and seems like everything's content. Hopefully spreading the value as best we can.
Absolutely. Where are you guys at right now? You're at like 25K followers, right, on Instagram. I saw you were at 25.
Yep. Just hit 25 on IG yesterday, bro, which is crazy.
Congratulations,
Tiger.
That's awesome.
Tiger.
That's all in the head now, right there. That's all. That says it all right there. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Keep up the good work. You guys are killing it. I'm filling out all my smart cards every time I play now, filling it out, ready to plug that into the app. You got to give us an update when that's ready. I know you guys are working hard on it.
Yeah, we got definitely some promising news this past week on it. Some really good results we're getting. So it's looking to be live sooner than later, which is exciting. Hopefully for some fall golf in the Northeast, but probably more likely for kind of a good full launch, get into the season in the spring. Some good test runs down south, kind of this winter when it launches, maybe around the holidays. And then, depending on how committed to your golf you are in playing in the middle of December and January, might have to break out the Smart Cards app in like March or something when the weather breaks.
Bro, I'm playing tomorrow. I'm breaking out my Smart Card, and I'm going to shoot. I'm going to go for gold, man. I'm going for gold. It's Masters weekend. I was at the range earlier at Heartland. I know you're familiar with Heartland Golf Park. Shout out in Brentwood, New York.
Yep.
The range was packed. Everyone's trying to get out and play some golf right now for the Masters. It's crazy. It's November. It's November 13th. It's about to be winter. It's past daylight savings. No one cares. they'll play in the dark. It's really exciting. It's really
Yeah,
exciting stuff right now. What's going on?
also in a good place overall. I think it turned out to be one of the only pandemic-proof activities that there was throughout the whole time, and I think golf grew a lot. It gained a lot of people. I think it made people kind of appreciate it even more, and how kind of unique of a game it is and stuff. So hopefully, just another kind of see the optimistic side in 2021 went down. I think a lot of good things for golf, which is cool. I think like you're kind of seeing evident at those ranges being packed and people are holding on to golf as long as they can.
Yeah, one sport honestly that has suffered during the pandemic on the other side of the spectrum, which I used to like to do was bowling.
You can curse. You can fucking curse. It's fine.
You're really allowed. You're not really gonna see a lot of people go bowling anymore, honestly. Indoor activity, you're touching all those oily balls and stuff like that. It's kind of pretty steep place. Theater.
Yeah.
So I think
you're not really trying to stick.
Inherited all those boulders out there.
Yeah, it'd be a good case
so
study.
More people flocking to the sport.
100%.
So.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to really stick my fingers in other people's balls right now. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to with the pandemic situation going on. But you know what it is? I actually, I heard this stat somewhere. Don't quote me on this, but I heard if you play golf, anyone who's played golf throughout the pandemic has not gotten COVID. I didn't make this stat up, but it's a thing. Go look it up. Do your own research.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods is COVID proof. Look at him nodding his head. He's agreeing right there. We got the sport of the world to talk about right now. This is the sport that's bringing everyone together. It's interesting because it started with Phil versus Tiger. That match, Phil and Brady, or who was it? Phil and Brady versus Tiger and Peyton, right? That was the matchup. That's what started. That was like the first thing that happened in professional sports since the pandemic started. And it's gonna really, like, obviously football's going on, but it really just feels like it's came full circle. They finished the full PGA Tour season. It's obviously had an effect. It's had an effect on the gameplay. It's had an effect on people being able to play at the top of their game. But, it's really given everyone something to enjoy, and having the Masters in November, and even though it rained for the beginning of Thursday, it looks like they're going to be able to play the whole round, or the whole tournament. Might have to end Monday, but we'll miss a little bit of work. We'll watch the tournament during work. It'll be fine.
Yep.
It's gonna be all good.
No doubt, man. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna the ending is gonna be crazy. I could already see it. There's four guys at -9. It's Answer, who I've never heard of him, not gonna lie. It's Answer, it's Dustin Johnson, who I had as one of my guys that I was looking for to be in the top 5.
Yep.
John Rahm, right? Or is John Rahm at -8?
Yeah, he's at 8. So
it's Answer of Mexico. Honestly, I don't know if there has ever been a Mexican.
I don't think so.
Masters champion. I would have to go research that. We'll
get our stat guys on it.
From Australia, all the way from Melbourne, I think. And then Justin Thomas and Dustin Johnson at -9. So those are you guys at -9, top 4 in the lead right now.
Yeah. And then you got Cantlay, you got Rahm, you got Matsuyama, all at -8. Danny Willett close at -7. And then, we're going all the way down, but we gotta bring it up. Tiger Woods at -4. Through how many holes has he played? 10 holes in the second round. Pretty exciting stuff. Nod that head, Tiger. I know you want to. You're ready to make a run.
Okay.
So yeah, no, it's been awesome. So Frank and Ty, comment on this as well. What have you noticed about the difference between playing golf, playing at Augusta National in November now versus when the Masters is usually held in May?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think one of the challenges that people aren't talking about, I think there's definitely the things that go on with the course, they're definitely a little softer out there. But one of the biggest challenges that you have to tip your cap to is the daylight issue, is how much sunlight they have. So they're actually getting creative, and I think actually working a second cut into this weekend after Saturday. Either that or they took a larger amount of people out. Either way, they need less people on the weekend than they usually have because of this time of the year and how much less sunlight that they have. So that's a huge factor, especially into the Masters. It's going to be one of the biggest fields. They're having a lot of the past players play and things like that. So, they need every tee time they can get in April. So, let alone November, where they had to do things like go split tees this year and stuff like that. So kind of a boring answer and more of a logistics answer. But sunlight's definitely been a big thing. But on the side of the golf course, Ty alluded to it yesterday. It's like these guys are just throwing darts at these flags because they're just not the greens are just so receptive. And that's something that you rarely see at Augusta. Usually it's just a ton of runoff. Guys that have to be very tentative. You can't really attack pins. You're attacking certain locations on the greens. And now, when you have the best players in the world able to just attack pins, there's going to be a lot of low scores.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Second hole on Thursday in the second hole, the par 5, the pin was tucked in like the back left. And that green is crazy because it's like there's a greenside bunker, and then the pin is behind the greenside bunker, and they were literally just like John Rahm, Dustin Johnson, forgot that guy's name, the guy from England who was in there. They were just like dropping dimes like right next to the pin, and it's just like it's insane. Like they're literally just going right at it, and it's just sticking. Crazy.
What fantastic groupings, by the way. They did a great job with the pairings, I thought, in the first day at least, because like you just said, Dustin Johnson and John Rahm were in the same group, and today you had, was it today or yesterday, you had Rory and Brooks in the same group. It's just been exciting to watch, just seeing all these guys. Obviously, you get the best of the best in this tournament as it is, but I like how I feel like they're pairing, they're putting some good pairings out there. I think even I forgot who DeChambeau was playing with some good guys too. That's an interesting one too, because like you said, with the iron play, everyone was so hyped about DeChambeau and his driving ability, but his approach game, and obviously he hasn't driven the ball well either, but the approach game has been what's most important. You see Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy today, especially today, Brooks, all these guys are hitting the ball within 15 feet of the hole, giving themselves a chance at birdie on a lot of these par 4s. And it's really affected. I think DeChambeau doesn't have as big of an advantage as I think he did in some past tournaments with his long drive play.
Yeah, agreed. And honestly, just going back onto the groupings point that you were making, it would be insane if, have they even come out with the groupings for Saturday yet? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it'll be based
No, they haven't finished Friday.
But it's based around what score you're at? Is that how they do it?
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure Tiger's at -4, and I don't know where Phil is, but I think he's at
-5.
Dude, if they did a Tiger-Phil pairing in the Masters on Saturday, that's just must.
That's a game within a game. It's a game within a game at that point.
Must see TV.
I'd love to see the stats from Vegas, but I would guarantee that because, obviously they have all their matchup bets. I guarantee Tiger versus Phil was one of the lines you could take. I think Tiger was like, when I took him, because I'm betting on Tiger every day of the week in that matchup just because I'm a Tiger stan. But Tiger was -155. I bet that matchup had to be the most bet on out of any of them that I saw. There were some good ones, but who are you taking though? I don't know. Who's better this year, Phil or Tiger?
I'm going
playing better.
Augusta. I'll go with Tiger at Augusta every time, especially here. Maybe different track, somebody else, but yeah, it's tough to take over Tiger when he's in the hunt over the weekend.
Yeah, and it does, the beauty of like the Masters is it really doesn't matter who's leading on Friday and Thursday and Friday, and honestly even Saturday. As long as like you're within a couple shots in the lead on Sunday, anything can happen, and it's just proven throughout, which is why it's the most exciting tournament, honestly.
It's facts. And it's interesting because I actually was thinking the same thing about a guy who has not been playing well. I think he's ranked somewhere in like the 130s, 140s right now in the world. Jordan Spieth. I was like looking at him to be a sleeper in terms of making the top 20, top 10. He's not been playing well. I don't know where he's at. I think he might be even -1, something like that.
He is even.
But he's not done. He's not done in the Friday round or the second round.
Yeah,
but I was looking at him because he's just got experience at the course at a young age. You know, when did he win? 2015. He was 22 years old, right? So yeah, I'm looking at him to make a sneaky run, a little. He's gonna slide in there, I think, in the top 20. We'll see, but you never know.
I like it.
You never know. All right, so yeah, but I definitely agree. The greens have been soft. The putting and the approach games have been great. You haven't seen a lot of balls go in the water. It's been really interesting. A lot of low scores. And yeah, I'll be interested to see, because I think they'll be able to get it done in April this year, like they normally do, when they normally play. So you'll be able to see really the contrast between it'll be 6 months later or 5 months later, not even 6 months. And we'll be able to see like how that compares. Obviously weather permitting, but anyway, so Frank, who out of everyone in the tournament right now, who have you been most impressed with so far, would you say?
Good question. Most impressed with, I think from a level of most prepared coming into the week, I think Justin Thomas's game looks the sharpest right now. He's been, usually when you think about your best rounds of golf, you want to think about hitting your bombs off the tee and all these different things, but it's usually going to come down to scoring is going to be, your ability to get up and down and score the ball. And he's been just scoring the ball ridiculously well. And that's what's going to get you around Augusta. So I think Justin Thomas is going to be who I think looks the most prepared and the best this week. But, kind of on the same note, DeChambeau was getting a ton of hype coming into this event. And, I made this point numerous times that we tend to have we get very opinionated very quickly in golf. And it's like, Bryson wins one event, one US Open. We're talking about changing golf courses, changing the golf ball. Is Bryson cheating? Is he hitting it too far? He's carrying it 350 on the drive, with his coach. Like, everyone's getting so freaked out. And the guy might miss the cut. And it's like, it just goes to show you that it's never going to be a game that you can overpower. When Bryson won at the US Open, he was number one in strokes gained around the greens. So it's like, you could definitely read headlines and look at surface level things and see how far he's hitting the ball. But when it comes down to it, it hasn't even been to his advantage yet. He's making up a lot of the shots.
And he was hitting it straight. That's what people don't understand. Like, it's easy it's not easy to hit the ball that far, but like when he's got his 48-inch driver, he's got his swing, he's going to carry 350. And yeah, if he can hit it straight 350, then yeah, he's going to have a better chance than everyone else. I mean, that's just a fact. On most golf courses, that's going to play. But to your point, if he's not hitting it straight, if he's not able to have a good approach into the green, he hasn't putted that well either. Even like the first round, I think he shot -2 somehow, even though he couldn't hit the ball straight. He was hitting it all over the course. He wasn't putting well, still shot -2. So that was actually, I thought, scary, because I was like, that is like, basically, that's kind of proof of what everyone's talking about, but like not to the extent, because he just wasn't hitting the ball. He could not keep the ball in the fairway and was still shot -2 at Augusta.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you had a guy like yesterday, who was it that shot -7? Paul Casey shot -7 yesterday. So like there were good scores in general, but I mean, you saw it today. It just bit him in the ass that he wasn't able to keep the ball straight. He tripled his second hole. He ended up going on his second, third, and fourth triple bogey. So, it's gonna hurt your round. Those bogeys, you got to stay away from those bogeys, especially in the Masters.
Honestly, the best part of all this hype around Bryson DeChambeau is that they paired him up with my fucking boy, Louis Oosthuizen, who's been killing it. He's at -7, fucking playing out of his mind. I think he wants some redemption after that. I think it was the 2014 loss where he lost to Bubba Watson in the playoff. That was a crazy round. But yeah, he's out for blood. He's like he's kind of laying low, but like he's -7 right now. And honestly, I mean, they've been the future group because of Bryson DeChambeau, and I'm watching this guy shank drives left and right and go into Rays Creek while Oosthuizen's just dropping dimes 5 feet all day long. So
it's true.
My boy Louis.
Once a year, I have to say, you brought up Bubba Watson. Once a year, I get utterly I'm in awe of Bubba Watson's swing and his ball flight. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. You see, I think one of his shots I saw, they tracked the ball and it went across. It hit the fairway, but I think it traveled side to side 161 feet, which when you think about that is absurd.
Crazy. From
right to left. He had a nice little slice right into the middle of the fairway, like 330.
Yeah, it's useful,
no big deal. It's useful.
Yeah, problem there, man. He's that, and it's also a quick fact check. Ty fact checked himself. What journalists do, pro journalists do. It was 2012 was that Masters, by the way, with Louis Oosthuizen. So
we'll get our stat guys on it.
Bubba won in a row, I think, right? 2012 and 2013?
Nah, not back to back.
Oh, 2012 and 2014 maybe?
Or 2010.
But 2012 was the playoff one where Bubba hit that crazy iconic shot that everybody knows out of the woods, and he put it within like 10 feet of the hole. And like that was one of the all-time Masters. I think we were at Latourette when that happened, when we went to Latourette after that.
Okay.
To go to the range.
Shout out Latourette. The premium, the Augusta, they call it the Augusta of Staten Island.
It really is.
Augusta of the tri-state area.
Yeah.
That's right. Wait, we could see this real quick. Who won? I don't care who won in 1934. Okay, by the way, crazy that Angel Cabrera won in 2009, 11 years ago. I remember watching that.
Yeah.
2012 and 2014 was Bubba Watson. In between there was the more traditional swinging Adam Scott, who has also been playing, I think, pretty well, right? He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
He just looks weird without his glasses. You know, everybody knows Adam Scott. You know, the typical Adam Scott with those crazy black sunglasses. Now he's got no sunglasses.
He's got beady eyes.
It's kind of like that guy from when he takes off his glasses, like nobody knows what Cyclops.
Yep.
Kind of looks like that guy.
Yeah, Adam Scott. Cyclops. Adam Scott gives.
Isn't his name Scott? Isn't Cyclops' name Scott too?
I think it is. Yeah, bro.
It's Scott.
Scott.
Oh, yeah. What's it?
Bro, look at that.
You literally Google.
You Adam Scott. Oh no, the other Adam Scott. There's also a famous Adam Scott from.
Adam Scott is Derek from Step Brothers. That's hysterical.
His name's Adam Scott.
Scott Summers. Adam Scott Summers.
No shades.
That's good stuff.
Wait, how about
That's good stuff.
Harry, want to get in some picks?
Dude, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So, well, firstly, I want to ask, and this is an obvious question because I'm seeing him on your desk right now. But who do you want to win this tournament? If you could choose one person that you're like, this would be so dope if this person won, who would it be?
Probably my number
besides
one.
Tiger.
Yeah,
besides
not
Tiger.
I don't want to be too cliche. Larry Mize would be a good one, bro. Maybe if Larry Mize can go 62 years old, Bernhard Langer, just get one of the old guys, just get him the trophy.
Larry Mize, when did he win? In like the 80s, right?
83, I think.
That's insane.
The other day, something like that. I say it very specifically, but
a longer drought than the Mets.
No, another, obviously a little bit of a cliche one, but our boy Ricky Fowler, would love him to break through. He's at 4 under, doesn't have himself out of it. Is he done with his second round?
I mean, he has no Masters, so that would be exciting.
Yeah, no majors in general, man. It's been a big thing. So special one for him to win. If he can get a green jacket, that'd be legendary. And then a couple more. Who's sticking out?
That'd be a huge win for Puma.
That'd be a huge Puma win. Yeah, DeChambeau's kind of been their guy.
Cobra. Sorry, he's Cobra, right?
DeChambeau's been their guy, but Ricky's their OG guy.
Yeah, Ricky's their guy.
He's their OG.
He
put Puma on the map.
Wait, is Ricky Cobra or Puma? I forget. Or is he both? He's both.
Yeah, clubs and apparel. And then she was sneaky Tommy Fleetwood at 7 under. Tommy Fleetwood's the man.
Great putter.
Great ball, ridiculous ball striker.
Yeah.
Arguably
that guy looks like he golfs on the weekdays and surfs on the weekends. But
Yeah,
he's got the flow of the century right now in the golf world.
he's the man for sure. So that's probably my hopefuls. You got Billy Horschel down there playing solid golf, 4 under. He's right with Tiger though. And then everybody else, like kind of, you sort of can't see it playing out. These guys coming from 2, 3 under, 6, 7 back now. But anything's possible, man. It's good to see Cameron Champ, a couple under par. Be nice for him to get a nice major finish off the grid a little bit. I haven't seen his name in a while. And then Bubba's there in red numbers though. Bubba's 1 under. You'd have to probably go, if you're 8 shots back right now, you think you have to go, 66, 68, something like that over the weekend. So you got to play.
Honestly, it's pretty weird. I honestly just put that together that when you're in the red, it's actually good in golf.
Yeah, you want to be in the red.
You want to be in the red in golf.
Weird. Everything's opposite in golf.
Yeah, everything's the opposite.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the blue. You don't want to be in the green or whatever whatever the over is.
It's green, right?
Yeah, for over.
Very weird.
Weird, but
The whole sport, the color green.
It is what it is. You know who we haven't mentioned, and I don't know if it's because do you not like him or do you not want to talk about him? But I mean, Dustin Johnson just doing what he does right now.
Yeah, you know
why
what?
have we not talked about him, Frank? Do you have a beef with DJ or no beef, or what's going on?
I couldn't have less of a beef. You run a professional ship here. You've made us do some prep and some homework coming in, and once we get into our winners and our picks and our most value, I think you'll see that I'm one of the biggest DJ fans out there. So I don't want to ruin anything for our next segment, but before you call me out on it, maybe we go ahead and finish the podcast.
I'm not calling you out. I was just surprised that I haven't heard his name brought up yet. And that's a good segue though, Frank. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's a great segue into who are our picks. I mean, I gave you guys the lines. I showed you the live odds. I mean, Dustin Johnson, he doesn't actually have the best live odds from what I've seen.
No.
John Rahm is actually plus 300, which is, let's talk about this real quick. I like the theory that John Rahm cannot win the Masters because he hit 2 hole-in-ones during the practice round. Is that a crazy? I feel like that's got to be true.
It's an interesting take. My hot take on Rahm is that he'll never win a Masters going into the final round with the lead. So just a side note about John Rahm, way too emotional. He's definitely a choker for sure. I think he's better chasing people down. So if you see John Rahm, 1 or 2 back going into Sunday, I like that a lot. You see John Rahm at the top of the leaderboard, a couple under. I would just bet every single, dollar you had. There's sometimes where you have to just bet every dollar, Harry, as you know, not thousands. Every dollar, clear at the bank, clear the assets. If John Rahm is leading going into Sunday, he will not win. I promise you.
Wow. So short John Rahm as the leader. Short John Rahm is the Happy Gilmore to Dustin Johnson's Shooter McGavin. Is that
with health and finish it every dollar?
Wow. Yeah, I like that take. I like that insight.
Less passionate takes. Some other picks that I have down here. Some better value picks. I love Justin Rose plus 2,500.
My guy right there.
That's Ty's boy, big time. Him, those two go way back. And, he is only
Best
2
friends
right now. I don't remember a Masters that Justin Rose wasn't involved in coming down the stretch. He's got a ton of experience there. He is doesn't really have much to lose in regards to not a lot of pressure on him really. I'd like him coming from behind. Plus 2,500, I think is a good number. What do you think, Harry?
I mean, yeah, 2 back for the ex-Olympian.
Yeah. Gold champ.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, gold medal Olympian. I think at the same number too, I'm seeing here Paul Casey. What do you think about that?
Paul Casey, I love. Paul Casey, I had a close friend of mine actually has some wood on Paul Casey, so I've been pulling for him heavy. Big underdog coming in. Buddy of mine loved him, this whole week. And looks like to be a good call right now. 6 under, again, Harry, as you know, we have some of the best insiders in the business, coming from Lunchtime Pod. And so we heard a lot of good things about Paul Casey going in. So it's good to see he's panning out. Ty said yesterday he was just throwing darts all day. So he looks like he's hitting it well.
Absolutely.
Don't either.
Xander's a good one.
I love Xander.
Xander's
too.
got good value. 6-day, kind of coming over that. Still looking for his first one a little bit. Some pressures there. It's. I think actually I saw that 7 of the last 9 winners at the Masters, or 7 of the last 9 people to win their first major was at Augusta. So actually, a good place to get your first, there. So maybe Xander, guts it out. And then also a side note, with no fans, it's going to be different to see how the pressure builds, on some of these guys that have never won before. Sometimes with those galleries and the crowd, and who knows, might be a little bit more of a different animal with some pressure coming down the stretch. So interesting to see how some of these guys that don't really feed off that as much and probably would like less people around. Big example, number 1, Tiger Woods has talked about that his whole life and how weird of a time it's been for him because he's never, ever, ever, ever plays tournament rounds in front of not that many people. It's actually,
since he's 16 years old.
Yeah, actually a huge obstacle for him that he's talked about in his career is like, the amount of crowds, people that play with Tiger talk about it, not knowing how he does it, every single round, probably 65 to 85% of the golf courses, people are going to be watching Tiger. So he's one to look out for, where when he doesn't have to think about that or worry about that down the stretch, is interesting to see what he's going to do for him. So I think everyone kind of gains some value in there being no fans there, but also some guys, might feed off that, and it might be a whole different animal. So interesting year, but I also have Tiger in there. Harry plus 1,800, I think, is a good spot for him to be in. You can see the odds makers, some guys around there with a little bit more juice. People are liking Tiger's, chance of getting it done. And then we got, Ricky in there at plus 5,000, with some value. So he's only a couple back. He's a good ball striker. He can roll it when he gets going. So same thing. I don't think Ricky's feeling the pressure at this point in his career. With the majors, he's almost, people aren't even talking about that. Before, it used to be kind of going into every major, it would be like, is Ricky going to break through? Is Ricky going to break through? People are kind of over it. I think that he's kind of going in there with sort of a nothing to lose mentality, and we'll see. He's more than due though, for sure. So some of the guys I like was Brooks Koepka. I think is a solid one too, plus 1,800.
Yeah, back. Honestly, Brooksy's interesting because he's one of the longest hitters on the tour right now too. But it honestly comes down to his ability to make putts. Yeah. And if he can get the putter going, he's one of the best golfers in the world. So he's proved that. He's been in he's won so many majors recently, and he's been in the hunt. So I love Brooksy, honestly, my guy.
Love those takes, and I'm gonna say something very controversial and against my own beliefs right now. I think, and I hope I eat these words, but I think Tiger is a sucker bet. I think Tiger's value right now is very high. People are so excited about the way he played that first round. He just hasn't been consistent all year, and I just think you're going to see, like you said, like a lot of the guys who haven't been able to push through, and you said about Ricky, like, I feel like it's getting to the point of almost like a Sergio Garcia type of thing where it's like, people are going to start talking about when's this dude going to win a major if he doesn't win one soon. So I think this is like a huge opportunity for him, losing the pressure, no fans. If he can get this one off his back, it would be a huge milestone for Ricky Fowler. He's been in the tour. He's been on tour for how long now? Like 10 years, maybe longer. I don't know how old he is, but it's about time for him, I think. I think another good sneaky play, a guy that won 4 years ago in 2016, that's right at the top of the leaderboard right now at plus 4,500, is Danny Willett. Willett plus 4,500, a name you don't hear a lot about, but he did win a green jacket. He's a little bit older, but he's only a couple back, and he's been striking the ball well. I don't know. It's really anyone's tournament, and that's why I think like you get those guys at like the plus 4,000, like you said, Ricky at plus 5,000. Like some of these guys who have such extraordinary odds, and they're only a couple back. It's interesting. And then I like Ty's guy who's Ty mentioned it earlier. He's always in it. He's always in the hunt. My freaking guy Louis Oosthuizen at plus 1,500. Louis Oosthuizen. He'll at least make it exciting for you. He'll be at the top at the end of this. I don't know if he'll win. He'll be at the top at the end of this.
Full-blooded.
I'm rooting for Louis.
Has he won a major?
Louis has won the Open.
So no.
British.
The
I think yeah. See, Jamie can check on that. Major wins.
Yeah, I mean Cameron Champ at plus 5,000. There's some crazy high odds for some of these guys that are a couple back right now. I don't know.
Sure.
You could get some good value.
He won the Open.
Yeah.
He won the Open, 2010 Open.
2010.
Wow.
Take a picture of his gap teeth with the claret jug.
It's been a while, Louis. It's been a while.
Is the claret jug the U.S. Open?
Yeah.
Or the Open?
The British Open.
It's the British Open.
The Open. The Open Championship.
The Open Championship.
From St. Andrews.
Yeah, we'll get our. Did they even have that this year? I forget.
They canceled that one. They took the insurance policy.
They had to cancel, right?
Nobody anyway in the summer.
It's true.
Let's just fucking cut our losses, save our fucking trip to Scotland or wherever the fuck they play.
Freezing cold, Harry. Freezing.
Yeah, in August it's like negative 30 degrees Celsius and raining. Like, yeah, no thank you. We'll take the insurance policy, and we'll take that going forward too. Just why not? Like, let's cancel that one for good. No, but look, guys, it's gonna be a crazy weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I know y'all are looking forward to it. Yeah. And listen, let's get this money, man. So who'd you say your guys? You got your boy. He's got Paul Casey, right?
Yeah, Paul Casey. We're pulling for big. Yeah, my buddy's in on him.
So we got Paul Casey. We're rooting for. We're obviously rooting for Tiger. Always rooting for Tiger.
Yep.
I personally have Rory and Brooks just as flyers from the beginning of the tournament. So I'm pulling for them as well.
Yo, he honestly, I didn't even know this, but he shot 6 under today, and he's actually sitting.
Rory was a beast today.
So
Rory was a beast today. So honestly, that's important.
The what is it? The career Grand Slam.
Yeah, so I'm hunting for that for a while.
That's important because he's doing that going into the weekend now.
Yes, sir.
Which is just that's momentum right there. So Rory's plus 3,500 right now if you can get him live.
Yeah, and I would think it's gonna play tougher tomorrow, right?
They have to always.
I don't know how they're gonna get like how do they do that? Do they just make the greens faster? Like, do they have that ability to just cut the green shorter to make it faster? You think that's what they're gonna do?
Augusta, it's magic.
Yeah,
is the number one thing. Augusta, Georgia, the golf course is blessed somehow. It's just straight up, I think.
Yeah,
some kind of voodoo magic they have on that golf course. It's always pristine. It's always perfect. They could just cut the grass however they want. It's a different level.
Bermuda grass. That Bermuda grass. They don't got that kind of grass at Richmond, do they?
No, they got we got the top of the line grass, bro. We got that
New York State.
Yep. That New York.
You guys got fescue there? Do you have fescue at Richmond, or did I forget? It's more of like a Bethpage Black type style. We should consider instead of doing because that course, low key, is one of the hardest courses I've ever played in my entire life. Like, not knowing that, like, you obviously have played it so many times, but that could be a course that hosts a pretty big tournament, I think, one day, in my opinion. Has that been something you guys have considered at all? I don't know if you're in tight with management like that, or what your decision-making rights are, but I could see that happening one day.
It can a couple issues. It's just too short, probably. I think we could have a really, really good
from the back, really.
Yeah. It's gonna tip out at like about 6,700 yards, something like that. So you could have a really solid women's event there, I think. And the other thing too is like obviously the logistical issues of having like an event and like there's no room for people or so to be like
Michelle Wee West.
Exactly. So maybe like a Symetra Tour event or something like that, like you could possibly do there. But these courses that they host like those big events on are crazy operations with plenty of space to do all that stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I played the best golf tournament in my life at Richmond County.
Richmond County?
Yeah.
Shoot,
the Lowney?
Bob Lowney, bro.
Yeah.
You played in the Bob Lowney.
I had one of the biggest choke jobs on tour of all time at the Bob Lowney Invitational. I was only I had to be like even or close to even after 9. I didn't start on the first hole, so I don't remember like how many holes, but I had to be like shooting like somewhere in like the high 30s going into the back 9. And I think I ended up shooting like an 84 or something like that. Just fucking, it was horrible. Obviously, Buttermark won. I don't know the kid's first name. Buttermark, the classic champion, dude, fucking Buttermaker. He's got like three green jackets from RCC.
Yeah, no, honestly, dude, I can relate though. I remember I was playing the Lowney one time, and I was playing really well, and I actually saw Frank just like on the pass by, and I was like, dude, I'm playing like really well right now. And then I was like, I think I was probably like 3 or 4 over or something. And then after that, it just went down the tubes. Right after that, Frank kind of just
have that effect on people.
Yeah.
You just see Frank, and it's like you see El Cuco, like the boogeyman. Like you just know your score is about to just skyrocket after that.
All right, that's a tough thing for a golf coach.
That is a tough thing for a golf coach, but not if you're coaching them. Only if you're not being coached by Frank. Does that take into effect? Frank, what I need to know now that we're on this topic, give me your best tournament performance and one of your biggest chokes in a tournament. I want to hear both sides.
Oh my God. So which one first?
Give me your best tournament. Give me your worst first. Let's go from worst to best. What's your worst tournament you've ever played?
We'll go round robin.
Back and forth.
No, round robin.
Oh, round robin.
Everybody will share.
Yeah, my best tournament score. My best tournament round was probably in college at was it at college? Yeah, probably one of the college events. We had like a national event over at Penn State. I made the team my sophomore year. It was my first event in nationals, and then I think I shot like 70, 73 or something like that. And the coach was hyped, and I was hyped, and then made me make the team and stay the rest of the time there. So that was probably the most key performance. Nationals my sophomore year. What about you, bro?
Probably senior year of high school. Silver Lake Golf Course on the front 9. I shot +2, bro, and that was huge.
Oh, +2.
Over.
Wow.
Big win against a big one against Patrides too. So
yeah,
I showed up when it mattered most times.
That's fire, bro.
Oh man, that's tough. Silver Lake Golf Course, a national treasure, I think I have a similar one. I think my best ever performance for myself was probably my our conference tournament, Suffolk County Conference in Long Island at Indian Head out in Riverhead, or Indian Island out in Riverhead. I shot an 80, which qualified me for all conference. And then I think I shot like 110 the next day. It was raining, and I ended up not making all county. So all county was top 20, top 30 was all conference. So like by making the second day, I automatically made the top 30, and I think I came in 30th in the tournament. So all I needed to do was make the cut to get an extra day of golf, extra day off of school. So that was for me probably my most important. But I did shoot even during an actual match once, my senior year, which won us around versus our rivals. I think it was against West Sayville, which was one of our rival schools.
That's dope. Bro, I actually have a similar one though, Harry, with the blow up after a good qualifier. Me and Ty, when we were I think sophomores, if you're young, sophomore in high school, like 15, we had like every year you would go into an individual tournament, and I qualified to go play at Bethpage Black, right? And I really we're just kind of started playing golf when me and Ty are like, middle school with high school, so playing golf a couple of years, and we played Bethpage Black, tipped out with Sunday Barclays pins, the PGA Tour event. So the PSAL, which is a public school conference that me and Ty played technically in New York City, was like, we somehow got to send a couple representatives to this event that we had no business, bro, even anywhere. the level of golf we were playing in the city, these public courses in the city. And we had to send 5 people, and we all got absolutely smoked, bro. I shot 117.
That's not bad for Bethpage Black at the tips.
117, bro. I made a 12 on the 9th hole. I went 12, 8, 10 on 9, 10, and 11. 12, 8, 10. So when you get
those
30,
holes are
tough stretch, bro. And I definitely got my money's worth on those 3. I didn't leave a shortage of shots out there.
Well, nine on black, you're coming off, because 9 on black, you're coming off the par 4 7th, or the par 4 6th is pretty easy downhill.
Yep.
A little slight dog leg, and then you got the par 5 7th, which is tough from the tips actually. Yep. But it's a reachable par 5 if you can get a good drive out there. It's a reachable in 2. And then you have the par 3 over the water on 8. And then you're just going uphill on 9. Like, you cannot even see the fairway on 9. Yeah. Over a bunker. Oh, that's a tough stretch. And 10 and 11 too are just brutally long par 4s. Yep. For someone in high school, I can't believe they did that to you. That's brutal. That's like hazing.
Though, there's this one kid I remember playing against, this kid Cameron Young, who's now on the Corn Ferry Tour, that he was 16 and he shot even par.
Wow.
At 16 at Bethpage Black. So it's like that's just
pretty good.
It was just another level of like everything out there. And but those kids were no joke, man. That was a no joke event. So but yeah, shot 117 in that thing.
One of our family members has a similar story to that, actually. I don't know if you've heard. One of Tyler's brothers, who will remain unnamed, has a similar story at Bethpage Black at the PSAL.
That was the same event. Yeah. So I think, do we know the number though? I think it was 130 something, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he blew up way worse than 117. I don't know what it was, but it was. You're talking about a guy that drives the ball 220 off the tee. So yes. I don't know how he's possibly getting over the fescue on that par 5 7 that I was just talking about, where you have to carry like 280 off the tee to reach the fairway.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played though.
He refuses to
qualify.
He refuses. He uses a 5-wood off the tee religiously. He doesn't even hit
Cobra 5-wood, a graphite Cobra 5-wood that is probably made for like my mom, like who's just starting to play.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, so funny. But yeah, no, we've all had those blow-ups, man. I had one tournament that I remember I had to stop playing. I literally stopped playing. It was just an MGA tournament, like youth tournament. I was like probably 15, and I played at some course upstate, and I literally shot like I think a 67 on the front 9, and I walked off the course. I swear to God, I walked off the course. I called my dad. I was like, "Yeah, I'm done early. I gotta get picked up." I finished early, not because I played well. I'm done. 67.
That's a bunch I got. Yeah, listen, man.
It's all fun though. It's a fun game, and to all the youth listening out there that you don't know if you want to get into the game. Just know if you do, you are going to have some really, really shitty rounds, especially when you start. But it is worth it. And when you get your game up and you have that one shot on the 9th hole that you're shooting terrible all day, and then you play 9 holes and you have that 9th hole par, and you're like, all right, I'm back the next day. You're making a reservation. You're playing with your boys. You're having a good time. When you get a little older, you're having a couple beers. It's all fun. So, man, I love it. I'm so happy I'm getting back into it more now too.
No doubt.
It's been a while. But hey, listen, man. Next 2 days, I'm gonna be looking out Paul Casey. Watch out for Paul Casey. Watch out for Brooks Koepka. Watch out for Rory McIlroy, DJ. We got a crazy weekend ahead of us, and it could be someone we didn't even talk about a lot that wins this tournament. Like there's so many good golfers. And just as a golf fan watching, it's gonna be incredible. So
can't wait.
Listen, watch, follow Shotshaver Golf, follow Lunchtime Podcast, follow 17 for Mankind. What is it?
Just a
17
7 for all mankind.
7 for all mankind. Follow 7 for all mankind. Get your gear. get your smart cards, get your swag, and yeah, let's rip up these golf courses, man. Yo, boys, great talking as always.
Thanks, Harry. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll be on again soon.